Thank you, Tristan. If you're hanging out with Tristan and you're in a bad mood, it's you. And thank you, Tom. If you're hanging out with Tom and you don't fully understand everything you're talking about, it's you. Seriously, Tom has been a great and welcoming member and just a fantastic congressman to serve with back in the House of Representatives. He's helping me every way he can, and sometimes he tries to steer me right. I think it's too right. We'll see. No. Realize what we're really celebrating here tonight, and we've celebrated here for so many nights. Remember Jim DeMartini?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jim, I think he was chairman of this Central Committee for a decade and a half, and he'd stand up and he'd say in Jim DeMartini's way, and I won't impersonate him, but that, you know, the Republicans control the congressional seats in this county. We can control all the supervisors in this county. We have all the mayors in this county. And the Democrats have no control of this county because their candidates are so weak and their ideas are so bad. And I don't think there was a meeting where Jim didn't start off that way. And we're going to get it back. Remember back in the early 90s when Stanislaus County had Village 1 going out? They built the big shopping mall, there was expansion. You see that stuff still. You still see that stuff, but you've got to travel to Colorado, or Idaho, or Florida, or Fort Worth, Texas. Then you see that stuff, and it's like, Jesus, are we becoming old Europe? You know, are we going to be able to make California, our community, vibrant again? Why not? I mean, we have so much here, and we've done it before. You know, can't we stay and fight for that kind of optimism and that kind of investment and that kind of opportunity for our young people? Or are we just going to... So it's crazy, and I think we can. I mean, I've been back to Washington, D.C. I had the whole StanCog folks back there. I've had the Merced Council people back there. We're talking about overpasses in Patterson. We're talking about 3,500 homes with Javier Lopez here, the mayor of Ceres, and how we need to do the Diamond Interchange. You know, we look at Merced, just south of us in the district here. They've got the expressway, the university, they're building homes, they're on the move. And then we talk about jobs, and I think it's my goal as the congressman in this part of the valley to make sure that when folks drive through the Modesto, Merced, Madera, Fresno Avenue here, just like up in Lathrop, which is also part of my district, that they see optimism and progress. When they stop and have lunch, I remember being in you know, go ahead, clap. You can clap. Sorry. No, it's good. You know, we took our daughter to Arizona State for a summer program a few years ago, and we went to Scottsdale and had dinner and lunch and hung out a couple days there. My lovely wife Alexandra. We had some fun. It was, wow, the young people are staying here. The restaurants are vibrant. There's all kinds of innovative things. It was a really cool place, and you can't even walk through Gavin Newsom's Sacramento, San Francisco, with open-toed shoes. You will get a disease if you wear flip-flops in San Francisco. I mean, our governor is the biggest fail-up in the entire history. I'm not a Democrat on you. Biggest fail-up in the history of American politics. I mean, everything he's touched, he's destroyed. San Francisco's a mess. He left it. He didn't show up when he was lieutenant governor. His one of his jobs, it's not really a big one, was to just be a regent on the University of California and show up to the meetings. Well, the UC doesn't even take standardized tests for admission anymore. If you go there, it's an indoctrination, it's not an education. And they're no longer striving to be a world-class center of excellence for research and empirical studies. They're just they shut down free speech. I mean, we had Ann Coulter here a few years ago. I wasn't even going to go to her dinner. But when Berkeley shut her down, we bought a table because free speech is worth standing up for at any time. And what we're learning here in America more and more every day, boy, we see stuff back in DC. I mean, how do we tackle that? This is already coming in. They just raised mortgage interest rates for people with good credit so they can lower them for people with bad credit.
Yeah, what's with that? What's with that?
Families that have been grazing and producing livestock in the mountains for generations that have their deeded acreage plus their grazing land around them, maybe 1,000 acres deeded and 10,000 acres around them, I've now been told just last week with the current BLM, Bureau of Land Management regs, that they're going to have to bid for their grazing rights against conservation groups that simply want to shut meat production down and let more forests burn.
What?
And these are just examples. This is just the beginning. They want to call critical habitat for 17,000 new species they're looking to list. Anything the species might like to live in once modified in some possible way under some imagined future climate change regime. I mean, they could be putting buffalo in the Antarctic by their standards. And it keeps going. And what we learn more and more as we look at history, and again, Congressman McClintock recounts this well, we live here in America in an unnatural state of freedom. And it should make you uncomfortable to understand that, but it would comfort me if we all understood it better. What we expect as normal, what we see as normal, the constitutional law, the rule of law, the institutions that tell our children not to steal, not because they will or won't get prosecuted, but because it's just right or wrong, and it is what is going to develop the community that they're going to live in as adults, is their behavior and their ability to be responsible to each other. All of these institutions, sometimes we get frustrated and say, man, when we get government back, we are going to go and do to them what they're doing to us. No, we're not. We are conservatives for a reason, and these institutions hold us together. They put bread on our table, they make our streets safe, and they make our government worth protecting. And I will tell you, the closer you get to it back there, the more you see there are two sides of the aisle. Now, there are sensible people on both sides of the aisle, and there are people far from the middle of the aisle. But what we have done by winning this seat and by winning 4 others is stopping socialism and stopping a great reversion of what America built and delivered greatly around the world. If you go around the world and you look at where is their freedom? Is it Australia? My lovely wife Alexandra here is from Australia. Kids are all dual citizens. We're not going back there. Don't let anyone tell you, hey, if America falls, we're going to Australia. That's our safety net. There is no safety net. There isn't. If America falls, there is no Australia. If America falls, there is no Western Europe. America is the deliverer and protector of freedom around the world. And without our miracle, we are reverted back to feudalism, socialism, totalitarianism, and we are pushed to the edge of privation. So the battle here is immense. We stood up to the challenge last year. Thank you so much. Thank you. I came to the, right after we decided to get the race, I just was going to, then not, and you know what? If I don't run for Congress in this seat against the Democrat opponent, a seat I believe I can win, and we proved like we could, and America continues to slide towards socialism, I am going to be a bitter old guy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to win every battle. We're not going to win every battle. But if I watch America slide and I don't do my part, God bless you, veterans. God bless you. Fought souls, sacrifices, MREs, away from your families. So, they dropped $7 million on my head and said nasty things about me for a few weeks. Who gives a crap? Really? They're going to do it again. And you guys will have my back.
Yes, right? yes.
They're coming again. And we'll know what we're fighting for. And we'll look at it as a small sacrifice to step out and deliver freedom to the next generations that we've enjoyed here. And with that freedom, we are going to do a